Hello and welcome to part 5 of my Gamera-A-Thon. Last time around we saw how the series started to rely on stock footage and shifted the focus on the Kennys at the expense of the monsters. So did the series continue in this direction? Of course it did. Gamera vs. Guiron is the 5th entry in the series and was released in North America as Attack of the Monsters, which sounds more like something a parody of Japanese monster movies would be called, but I digress. Now some of you are probably more familiar with the Sandy Frank dub that was used on Mystery Science Theater 3000. However, I'm not going to be using that version for the simple reason that if you want to see it get riffed on, just watch the MST3K episode. Plus, even I have my limits when it comes to bad dubbing.
Opposite side of the Earth where you are living. Exactly like the Earth with the sun between. Same size and moving like the Earth.
Sounds like a deep Midwestern alien.
Yeah, I just toured the Midwest. I do not need that accent sneaking into my monster movies, too. And does every movie I do now just begin with narration?
There are 100 billion fixed stars in galactic space.
Or at least there is according to that number I just pulled out of my ass.
What secrets are hidden in these countless stars?
I don't know, but I have a feeling they're going to involve giant rubber monsters somehow. So after looking at footage of my eye surgery, we see an observatory receiving signals from outer space.
Gentlemen, the waves have stopped.
I don't know what the big deal is, it's just DJ Shadow's new album. But it looks like this scientist has something important he wants to say to the press.
The moon lacks sufficient moisture and air. Therefore, it is impossible to sustain any life form on the moon as you know it.
Whoa, is that how that works? Gee, thanks for talking to these adult reporters as if they were a bunch of 5-year-olds, Doc. You gonna explain that 2 + 2 = 4 next? And I'm beginning to think they're not taking this news too seriously.
Even though we received an invitation from spacemen, unless they pay us a visit, I'm afraid we'll never be able to get together.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, but seriously though, we just learned we're receiving signals from an advanced alien civilization. This is actually really big news. We should probably get on that. It's at this point we're introduced to the movie's Kennys, and in addition to having Japanese Kenny and American Kenny like last time, we also get a younger sister Kenny. So, Kendra, I guess.
Now me! Let me look. I want it. You're too young. Okay, let's go. Wait, take me too!
Oh, great. So even the Kennys have their own Kenny in this movie. The kids spot a spaceship with their telescope and try to go find it, but like Will Smith told us, parents just don't understand.
But honestly, we saw a spaceship.
But you must have imagined it.
But you see, the reason we watch the stars every night is that...
Of course I know the reason. You want to discover new stars, isn't that it?
Have you kids been up late exploring the wonders of the universe again? Go to bed already!
We're trying to discover the star that's sending the signal. So that's the reason we all stay up. They could be they are quite intelligent. Just think, no more wars on their planet. And no more traffic accidents.
Okay, good to know this dub still has that line in it. So yeah, for some reason, Kenny here considers traffic accidents to be one of the primary scourges of mankind, along with things like war and disease.
Just think, no more wars on their planet. And no more traffic accidents.
Think of it, a planet without genocide or stubbed toes. A planet free of rape or finding out you're out of milk after you've just poured your cereal.
There is no such star. Now behave or I'll take away your telescope.
Oh, you kids and your scientific curiosity. Now go huff some glue until you pass out like good little boys. Mom may be strict, but at least she's less creepy than some of the other adults in this movie.
Good day, Kondo. Idiot, don't say condo.
Yeah, didn't you see the MST3K episode? His name's Corn Job.
Good morning, Concha.
Corn job?
Say officer.
Officer Corn Job. Come on, honey.
My name is Kondo.
Yeah, well, I'm still calling you Corn Job, so get used to it. And what the hell is this guy even doing in this movie? It's bad enough we have 3 Kennys. Do we really need a bumbling comic relief cop, too?
Here, don't forget this.
Yeah, hey, that's right, fellas. I'm sitting here making fun of you. And guess what? All the awkward staring in the world isn't gonna make me stop.
But don't ride there.
All right.
Oh, that Corn Job. It's funny, because you totally know he has bodies buried in his crawl space. And the kids are really lucky no one else found this spaceship sitting out in the open in broad daylight before they did.
No, I'm scared. I don't want to go in. Scaredy cat. The spacemen won't hurt you. If they flew here, they're civilized.
Yeah, sis, if somebody has better technology than you and travels a long way, that means they won't hurt you. Just ask the Native Americans. And I'm beginning to think the Kennys aren't as smart as I gave them credit for.
Yo, anyone there? Hello? You think the spacemen will understand what you say? Really? Are you kidding? They'll understand.
You know, Kendra makes a good point. What if the aliens don't speak dubbing? The Kennys' reenactment of Flight of the Navigator goes even better than planned when the ship takes off and leaves Kendra behind. Oh, what's that, fellas? You're sick of having an annoying younger character around and want to just leave them behind? Well, welcome to my world! And look on the bright side, now you get to play a life-size game of asteroids several years before the arcade game comes out.
They're on our course! A meteor! We'll be hit! It's heading right for us! Change our course!
Yeah, I wish. Gamera comes in and saves the day, or ruins it depending on your point of view.
I'm not scared now. We're in good hands. Yeah, Gamera's always been the children's friend.
Yeah, that's right, kids. Just repress those memories of Gamera brutally killing your real parents. So just like the last movie, we get several minutes of shenanigans with Gamera and the Kennys, only with a spaceship instead of a sub this time. And is it me or does Gamera look like he's high as fuck right here? But uh-oh, something's wrong.
I don't think he's coming with us. Why? Look at that speedometer. The lights are going faster. Then our speed's increasing, isn't it? It's remote control.
How the hell do you know that? Well, considering you know everything about this spaceship, might as well find the radio and enjoy the ride. Meanwhile, Kendra's busy doing what little sisters do best, tattling on her brother.
Hey, we're in a spaceship!
Nonsense, Tomoko, you are just as silly as they are.
Don't you believe in spaceships or in space creatures at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah, aliens don't exist, unless you count those aliens that threatened to take over the world in the last movie, but I guess everybody's just forgotten about that at this point. Seriously, does everybody in this series have the memory of a goldfish? First they forget that Gamera killed tons of people when he first showed up, and now they forget that they've seen aliens before. At this point, I'm surprised this lady even remembers that she has kids. The next scene is a little confusing too, since we last saw the kids speeding away from Gamera, and then it just shows them waking up on another planet. I guess the implication is that they crashed, but it really feels like there's a scene missing.
It's Mars! Or Venus!
Yeah, it looks more like a Yes album cover to me. Then again, I wouldn't expect these kids to know much about other planets.
You know, there are stars in the galaxy just like Earth. So I suppose we found ourselves a new star.
Planet! You're on another planet, kid! If you were on a star, you'd be burning to death right now, and I'd be a lot happier! At least now I know why their mom kept telling him to go to bed instead of looking in their telescope. These kids aren't discovering shit. Almost immediately after landing on the planet, the kids get attacked by... Gauss?
Well, the monster looks like Gaius. Still, he's a different color.
But this movie isn't called Gamera vs. Gauss 2, so we get our first look at the movie's real monster, Guiron, who kinda looks like if Jaws fucked a steak knife. Oh well, at least this movie introduces its monster early, although I do think Guiron looked better when he appeared in Pacific Rim. Gauss and Guiron start to fight, although considering sunlight is what killed Gauss last time, shouldn't he be dead already? Gauss gets defeated pretty quickly, I guess to show how tough Guiron is, but how about we compare the two monsters? In his first appearance, Gauss was able to fly, shoot lasers, had poison nipples, could make hurricane winds, and he could even heal himself from serious injuries. That's a pretty impressive list of powers. Guiron's power, meanwhile, is that he has a knife for a head. Listen, if you want your monster taken seriously as a threat, you should probably make him more powerful than a kitchen utensil. I can't tell if Guiron's laughing or about to hawk up a hairball. And just what do the kids think of this terrifying new monster?
What a monster.
Even the Kennys think Guiron's a shitty monster. While Guiron's busy making Gauss cold cuts, the kids step into a disintegration machine and are instantly vaporized. Okay, they just get teleported. But hey, a guy can dream, right?
What's going on? I don't know. But from what I've seen, I'll bet we're on a highly civilized star.
How the hell do you know it's civilized? You don't even know the difference between a star and a planet, you dumb shit. Whatever, are there any aliens here?
Is anyone here? Idiot. They don't understand our language.
What are you calling him an idiot for? You just bitched at your sister earlier that they would understand you.
You think the spacemen will understand what you say? They'll understand.
So I was right. The characters in these movies really don't have any short-term memory. And what the hell? Are these supposed to be the same aliens as the last movie? Actually, probably not. Considering this is the best effect I've seen in this series so far, I don't blame them for using it again. Let's see if the kids have found anything interesting.
This must be the control center.
It's actually the bathroom. Quit assuming you know everything about aliens, kid. I'm just joking. This is a Gamera movie. Of course he instantly knows everything about the aliens. Speaking of which, we now see the movie's aliens, and I can't tell if they flew in from Flash Gordon or Star Crash.
Miss, can you tell me which star this is?
Planet! You're on a fucking planet! Okay, apparently the reason they keep saying star is because in Japanese the same word is used for both star and planet, but that still doesn't explain how the people doing the dubbing never once said to themselves, hey, do you think the characters might actually be saying planet instead of star when talking about the planet they're on? And they're not even consistent with it either.
Our star is situated exactly on the other side of the sun from your Earth.
I understand. Terra and the Earth are twin planets then. You see, I was searching for a planet like this. I knew somewhere there should be a star, highly intelligent.
How the hell do you even do that? Were the dubbers deliberately trying to fuck with people? Anyway, these two are Barbella and Flobella, and not only is Guiron a sort of giant guard dog that they can control, they're also apparently the only two people on this planet. Oh, I'm sorry, star.
You see, those who were still alive got on a big spaceship, hoping to find another star, but it fell.
Well, that is bound to happen when you land on a star instead of a planet! They also say their planet was overrun by Gausses, but considering how easily Guiron defeated one earlier, why don't they just have him get rid of them all?
Gee, if Gamera were only here now.
Don't worry, kids. Gamera's Mighty Mouse theme means he's on his way.
Here I come to save the day!
Meanwhile, it looks like the kids are busy being kept in the circus room. Maybe the aliens are gonna make them do tricks. But uh-oh, looks like something's not right.
Think. Try to concentrate. Are you thinking?
Yeah, I think that look says it all, lady.
Are there many monsters on Earth?
Not now. Gamera got them all.
Yep, looks like we're in for another round of stock footage. So, blah blah blah, the previous movies happened. Just what do these two want with the Kennys anyway?
And when they're unconscious, under the effects of our powder, we'll gobble their brains raw. All the knowledge that has been handed down is stored now in their complicated brain cells.
No, don't eat their brains. They think planets or stars and traffic accidents are the worst problem facing humanity. If anything, eating their brains will just make you dumber.
If we eat their brains, that knowledge will help us to adapt. We can accomplish it. Just as our bacteria do here.
You honestly think eating the brains of two Kennys is gonna help you evolve? You're as dumb as they are! Back on Earth, Caucasian Kenny's mom drops by to pick him up. Too bad he ain't there.
Tom and Akio are still not back. I don't understand it at all.
I wonder if Tomoko knows where they went.
She says they're lost in space.
She may be right. This does look a lot like a set from that show. Okay, let me see if I can summarize this scene for you. Hey, where's my son? Oh, you don't know? Okay, guess I'll be on my way then. Looks like it's up to Officer Cornjob to solve the case. Although it's a little worrying that even in Japan, the cops still only help white people.
This is where the spaceship was!
Darling, listen, the Apollo crew said there are no living things out there at all.
You were almost taken over by alien squid monsters last movie. They even flashed back to it earlier in this movie. How the hell does nobody remember that? I've complained before that Gamera isn't in his own movies very much. This time he's technically in it, he just spends a lot of the movie getting to the planet. And you're letting the kids eat donuts for supper? You two are terrible babysitters. Oh wait, I guess that was just the most efficient way to roofie them. Excellent. Just a few more snips and our miniature Sinead O'Connor will be complete. Hopefully Gamera gets there in time. Just kidding. Their brain buffet gets interrupted when Gamera finally shows up. And hey, he's fighting Guiron and there's more than 10 minutes left. That's an improvement over the last movie. Looks like it's time for our first monster fight. Oh, hey Gamera, I got a crazy idea. How about you actually try fighting back? I also kinda lied earlier about Guiron's knife head being his only power. Turns out he's also got throwing stars on the brain. Well, I will say this about these movies. They may be geared towards little kids, but they definitely don't skimp on the monster gore. This is where Gamera's lightning-fast turtle reflexes really come in handy. Now that Gamera's got control of the situation again, he does something his opponent would never expect. He gives up, rolls over, and dies. The end. Oh, wait, I guess the movie's still going. Well, at least the Kennys figure out that something's not right.
They're not fixing the ship just to take us back to Earth. They want to go back there to eat people. Let's run! Hurry!
Yeah, hurry, but don't actually run or anything. That's for suckers. The Kennys get caught by the aliens while trying to make a break for it, but lucky for them, these two only have Bugs Bunny villain intelligence.
Quick, let's go break the handle so they can't operate it.
Hey, don't tear down the set yet. We're not done the movie.
There, it's done. Well, I think that'll hold them all right.
Not quite.
Well, you may have been captured, kids, but next time, see if this trick works.
I'm over there.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, it looks like their parents are busy hoping their kids will return without them actually doing anything.
Well, I'll certainly give Tom a good licking, all right. That is when he finally gets back.
I swear, if he's missing for 2 more days, I might actually consider going looking for him. They get visited by some reporters looking for the spaceship, because hey, I guess some people remember that aliens exist. And I suppose these two haven't yelled Gamera enough times in this movie.
Gamera! Gamera! Gamera!
Damn it, kids, not now. I was having a dream about that hot Turtles the Next Mutation chick. The boys also demonstrate why you should never leave air holes for your food.
It's Guiron's remote control contact you hit. The same contact. Try it again.
Yeah, see if you can tune in a Godzilla movie on this thing. And Guiron looks a little upset that you didn't take him on enough walks.
We'll never be able to get to Earth.
Forget getting to Earth. I'm amazed you two are even still alive. Although, that may not last long.
Those who are useless have to go. It's the only solution.
Well, actually, it's just a Charlie horse.
Hey Gamera, now that Guiron's loose again, you want to get off your shell and actually fight him?
Gamera, don't give up! We need you, Gamera! Help us! Can't you hear us?
Oh man, how many fake deaths am I gonna give these kids? That was actually the last one. What the hell? Is Guiron trying to chop the ocean now? Oh well, at least he interrupted Gamera's wet dream. Alright, Guiron, time for round 2. Gamera, the sitting and letting Guiron chop you technique isn't working. Try something else. In case you hadn't figured it out yet, this is the movie where the Mystery Science Theater clip that I keep using is from, but honestly, I could play that clip after a whole bunch of scenes here. This movie has some of the goofiest monster fights ever committed to film.
You know, guys, it just dawned on me how weird this film is, you know?
Yeah,
It's kind of goofy.
Oh well, at least now we get to see the clip for real. Well, now Gamera's really starting to fight dirty. He's peeing in Guiron's pool. At this point, even Guiron gets fed up with Gamera running away from him all the time and decides to go in after him. I sure hope Gamera has a plan this time.
You know, guys, it just...
No, stop. If I keep playing that, this review is gonna take forever, okay? Alright, so Flobella dies from fainting, I guess, and Gamera decides to give Guiron a Looney Tunes death.
What the fuck?
Wait, if the missile exploded in his head, why did his legs blow up? You know what, fuck it, just play the clip.
You know, guys, it just dawned on me how weird this film is, you know?
Yeah,
It's kind of goofy.
Also, it turns out spaceships work just fine if you just snap them back together again. Take that, complex circuitry and wiring. I would say their parents will be glad when they come back, but their sister seems to be the only one who gives a shit about finding them.
The boys were taken from here.
I hope what you're saying is true.
If you don't really believe her story, then why did you get an entire TV crew to come out here? Even if she's wrong and nothing happens, I think you're gonna look a lot stupider than she will. But hey, look, Gamera brought the kids back safely. Yay.
Your glasses.
Oh, it's all right. My glasses keep slipping when I get excited.
Yeah, ladies, if a guy who looks like this says that seeing children makes him excited, that is not something you should be laughing at. Anyway, kids, what did you learn?
We shouldn't long for other stars. Just try love instead. Stop wars and no more accidents. I guess that's all I can ask.
That's right, people. If there's one thing to take away from this movie, it's this important message. Make love, not traffic accidents. Bye-bye, kids. Now, if you don't mind, Gamera's gonna finish that Venus de Milo dream. So that's Gamera vs. Guiron, one of the silliest of these movies yet. But is it the worst? In a lot of ways, this one's technically worse than Virus, but you know what? I think I like this one a little better. This one goes so far into being a goofy kids movie, it somehow becomes weirdly entertaining again. And Guiron is such a stupid, lame monster, he's actually kind of memorable. It has a lot of the same problems as the last movie, like using stock footage and having way too much of the Kennys, but hey, at least the monster shows up before the last 10 minutes this time. So there's a promising sign, the quality level stopped going down. Kind of. Who knows, maybe this will continue for the rest of the series. Probably not, though.
Gamera,